I love Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead and Case of Cood. Yeah, I'm saying, like, there's an entire spectrum of people who like that particular type of gaming, and it's not wholly well on Dwarf Fortress. Even if people stream it, it will be, but the problem is everyone's starting to come in new. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to make a niche. Like I said, Stephen Robert is trying to make the niche. So I don't know when he's streaming or when he's recently streamed, but if he's doing it, if you like that type of content, definitely give him a watch, because if you're giving him a watch, then he gets more viewers doing that. If he gets more viewers doing that, it becomes more likely that people will be doing that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it spreads upon itself. So that's how you YouTubers do it. I mean, kind of. If you look at my archive channel, my archive is RNG Archive. My direct to YouTube videos is RNG Strategist. But if you look at the end of all my archive videos now, that literally is the ending. I'll catch you guys next time. I just build it into the recording. It's just so much easier. 5 seconds of awkward conversation here. Say, like, if this was 1 8-hour chunk, it would cost me 4 hours of editing. Or 8 times I can awkwardly say thank you so much for watching in the middle of stream. About 2 minutes total of being a bit awkward, or 4 hours of editing. The time is just there. Bring back Mud Caves of Cood. So that's how you, feels like most builds aren't viable and that monster kind of scale up outside the starter area, which doesn't make sense. Spreads like COVID paranoia. Feels like MMO design. Okay, I guess I could see that. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of like a type of, what the hell is going on with everything panicking? It's kind of like a conversation I had way back when, where I was talking about product design and how everything is essentially a product. Well, part of that is also the market for the product. There's been a market established for Fortress mode Dwarf Fortress, but anyone needing to establish the market for Adventure mode Dwarf Fortress is kind of working slightly uphill. It can be done, it just has to be done with patience. And what happens a lot of the time is people just bounce off of it and go to Caves of Cood or Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Yeah, I know they're dehydrated. What do you want me to do? We don't have water. Except we do. How do I get access to this water? I could bleed this water from in here. This is gonna be fucking stupid. But if I can save 2 named dwarves, then I will do it. We will run a line off of the farmer's booze area. Come on, miners. Someone dehydrated. Come on, we need water. Come on, get me water. Come on, get me water. We need the water. This is the only water on the map. It's probably not even gonna be clean, and we're gonna get negative thoughts for them drinking muddy water. But if we have access to a source of water, they might live. Come back, miner. Miner, literally the fate of like 7 dwarves minimum rests in your hands to dig this hole. Water source. There you go. We have buckets. Yeah, here we go. Slurp, slurp, slurp a derp. I like how the first guy to respond to water was just washing his hands. Fantastic. We're trying to get fresh water, and this dude's freaking cleaning himself up, and now water's back. And now water's back. Build, construction, grate. No, not construction, floor grate. If I cover the floor grate, we won't be able to be invaded through it, so I'll just cover the floor grate. Did they smooth up there finally? Jesus. Build construction wall. Boom, boom, boom. You are going to be a block of obsidian. Once that is done, I can let water in. If the water can go in here, the wells and the hospital can finally be primed and we'll be good to go. And some small amounts of charisma. I get into a dungeon crawl. The deeper you get, the tougher the monsters are. I hope he's a vampire. Can you fish in it? I don't think so, but that is a good question. I will try to turn that into a fishing area. I will turn this off of being a fishing area. Do we have anyone with fishing active though? Because I keep turning that off on everyone, don't I? All right, temporarily, Alapega will be granted the gift of fishing again. I want to see if he can fish from that. All right, he's busy hauling a stone real quick, so we'll just have to leave him alone. But if nothing else, we have water back, so that should be good. Now, I'm gonna drain that into there. The wall got complete, so if I'm right, and I like to pretend I am sometimes, this should not kill us. If I'm right, this should not kill us. And the problem is we have no water going into it till this gets mined down. Because for some reason this is glitched and every year the ice refuses to melt. So we have to mine the ice down so the river starts. You know, whenever. We're only dependent upon the miners. No rush. When I got to a zone and I was finding the same monster with a different name, where I was like, yo, that's an MMO. I'm not gonna game a designer. I don't know how I would avoid it, but I also don't play Dwarf Fortress. Sorry for the stagger responses. I'm feeding my gobos. Water Watcher. We hope. I partially did a good. Can I have weapon now? What? What do you mean he partially did a good? Can I have weapon now? All right, now the water is flooding in. And if any of you haven't seen the YouTube videos where I cover water mechanics, and part of that is you don't know, the river is slightly, not really, pressuring this water, but this going down would pressure this water to be able to go back up because it's just a direct line. It goes down, so it would pressure this water, but this water is diagonal up to here, which means all of this water pressures this water up a little bit to right behind the wall. It fills up to that point, essentially. But I don't think this can fill up anymore because of that wall, because there's not the 1Z level of pressure above it. You need a full unit to transfer, and we will not have the full unit to transfer, or I should say you need 2 to balance. It's not going to do a 1 transfer because that would be partial unit balancing. So the water below the wall will be 1 level lower than the water above the wall. Also, this water has 3 or 4 Z levels before it hits the ground, which means the water on top counts as fresh water, which means this well counts as a source of water. I'm going to update that to say water source. Right now, I'm not going to. It's not going to say it, but the wells are, in fact, a water source. So I'm going to ignore that for now. This does not need to say water source, though, anymore. Still says no for fishing. Like, it just doesn't even want to try. So, no, this is not a fishing location, unfortunately. And we must turn the fisher back off. If worst comes to worst, we have that, so we should be good. So this is filled, that's filled. This has now got a pressure up to the river, and then the river will be able to continue being a waterfall after this. Because the water is underground, that, like, the water won't freeze all the way. The water is not temperature dependent so much as it is light dependent, like an outside farm. So this will fill up and it will never freeze, and we'll be good. This is the hospital. I need to make this count as the hospital. And then remove zones. That one did those 2. That one doesn't. That one does those 2. That one doesn't. That one does that 2. This one doesn't. But this one also goes weird. I kind of forget how this one works. Wait, what the hell am I doing? This is the corner. Duh. I don't know why I'm trying to be particular about that. There's no reason. And I think that's all I really care about for the hospital. I don't need that area. And this area can be walled off as well to there, just to balance out with what's on the other side. All right. You is Am's hospital. Chief Medical Dwarf will be Petrosky because he already asked to be the Chief Medical Dwarf. You must build containers in here. Where I will try to put in some chests if I have any. Also because I like chests more than I like the looks of bags. And then we'll put in some bags. And we'll see what they fill it with. Water Watcher. This is a good, today I learned you can trim zones. Yeah, it's slightly weird. You just don't do the big X. But if you're on trim zones, you do X and you can remove it. Yeah, I'll admit I will admit full disclosure on that one, that I am not a god, but a mortal man. I didn't learn that until about 3 months ago. I myself was like, man, I hate it that it's only squares. And I forget who it was. Someone's like, what the hell are you talking about? You just remove whatever you want. Oh. Now, I don't know if that is because of DF hack or not. You're welcome. I guess it's Coca Koala. You're welcome. Yeah, that makes it work a lot better. And now we will save for the season of winter? I think, no, spring. Dwarf Fortress seasons and anime seasons need to sync up to make sense. I demand this. Dark Ocelot has been found dead. He didn't get treatment in time. I'm sorry, Dark Ocelot, I tried. He wasn't even near the hospital or anything. They just let him die in the stone outside? I guess that's just what you do. You're just like, all right, fuck it. He gets to die today. Apparently we need a quantum gems. I did not know this. P, where's jewelry? Gem. East. Willow log. Who lives in the east neath a willow log? No, no bins. Who told you bins? They have lied. No bins. Carpenter needs to make another. Oh, we can make a display case. Huzzah. And we need to make a minecart. So I can get that hauling route set up. Damn it. How did you die? Woo! I didn't get treatment apparently. Yeah. This. Because I just now got it to be a hospital. Admittedly, that's so. Partly that's mostly my fault. I got stuck in the mindset of if I don't have a prerequisite for the hospital, then I don't have the hospital. He probably would have lived if I just defined it as a hospital. I already had the beds and I could have just installed the bags and chest. So really, it should have already been a hospital. But a core component that everyone in a hospital needs is to get water. So because I didn't have water yet to give them water in the hospital, I just said we don't have a hospital. That's kind of my fault, but also I feel like politicians do this all the time. I definitely saw that in Yes Minister. Yes Prime Minister definitely had an issue where had an episode where they wouldn't operate the hospital. So I feel like I am just showing you guys a proper representation of British politics. There you go. Always educational. You killed me, I blame you. The Chulu, how about a hospital? I want a medium room, how about a hospital? There you go, we have a hospital now. Actually, good question or good thought. Am I missing anything in my hospital? Soap. That can come later. I don't even have a kitchen set up right now for a hospital. Hellfire, I'm rejecting yours just because I can't make the statues. I don't. Armored Whipper Axe Wielder for Coca-Cola 5. All right, Coca-Cola, what are you? You're a hauler. So you mean you want to be in the military? Like you want to be an axe dwarf? Is that what you're saying, Coca-Cola? I think that's what Coca-Cola is asking for. So I'll make Coca-Cola be an axe dwarf. I have axe dwarfs. And then I'll change Coca-Cola's equipment. Why does Coca-Cola not get a uniform? Metal armor? What is going on? Military equip. Coca-Cola wants an axe. Someone stole his battle axe, but they're just gonna have to suffer because they didn't ask for an axe. Actually, you can just take this other steel battle axe. Everyone gets a steel battle axe. There we go. Let it sort itself out. I'm confused. There we go. Axe wielder. Coca-Cola 5. Done. Now I got a bunch of small rooms I'm still working on. Kick ass 2 minutes since you killed me. Oh shit, you can't. I don't think you can get your tomb now. Because they've already buried you. Like, you have to give me a heads up if you want a tomb, dude. Either that or they didn't bury you. Do I already have one of these dedicated to you? All right, good. We don't have coffins. Your body's rotting on the floor somewhere. Fantastic. I can get you a tomb. You're rotting on the ground somewhere. This is great. This has never worked better. Now Coca-Cola's like, I want to tomb away from these plebs too. All right, everyone gets a tomb, I guess. I need coffins to make the tomb. I was about to say, I have so few requests. I've nearly gone through the whole list of requests, and it started filling up with, I need a tomb. You're a crazy man. The disrespect, I'm totally gonna haunt your ass. Not if I put you in a tomb, you won't. Statue of Rash slaying Dark Ocelot. T'Chulu, what does that even mean? You requested a room, but it doesn't know what the room was. You just said statue of Rash slaying Dark. I can do that statue, but where am I putting the statue? Does it limit you? Does it limit what you can type in? Because sometimes some of you guys don't give me information. Can't request statues yet. So you're saying that I should add on to request furniture. I will add that in the book that I should request furniture as a suggested thing. Request furniture. I'll put that in at some point. All right, what room do you wish it in? Well, no, to be fair, T'Chulu's making the request. I'm not gonna let someone request something in someone else's room. That's dick mode right there. If Dark Ocelot says he will accept the statue of Rash slaying Dark Ocelot, which I don't think I can do, but I'll try, in his tomb, then I will do it. But if he doesn't want it, then he doesn't want it. Who's unloading their goods? Do I care? Elf. No, I don't. I'll allow it. Sort of kick ass to be slain by the god of death himself. All right, let me try to see if I can make that. Statue, D, image. A new image, historical figure, Dark Ocelot. Dark Ocelot, historical figure, Rash. Now, action or relationship. All right, so Rash, or not Rash, Dark Ocelot is being, you said slaying, but again, you weren't very particular. There's a lot of methods of killing in this. There's even torturing. Is slaying, is killing, is fighting with, is hanging from, is impaled on, is in a fetal position, is laboring, laughing, melting, is massacring. There's not just slaying. Is being mutilated, is being flayed, is being tortured, is burning, is contemplating, there's not even is killing, is there? I'm thinking we're gonna have to go with massacring. I don't know what would be killing. Massacring, okay. X is massacring Y. Choose X. Rash is massacring Dark Ocelot. It's an image of Dark Ocelot and the dwarf and Rash, the deity of valor, death, and suicide, depicted as a rotting male dwarf. Rash is massacring Dark Ocelot. This is called the Creative Summit. Yes, I like this. Done. This is, in fact, the Creative Summit. Wow, we can now direct what a statue is. Oh man, I haven't played in way too long. It took Death himself to kill you. Smeared out and is smeared. What? What about Spiral, or is that just an option? I'm honored. All right, I'm gonna mark that as complete early, just so I can go back to the others. I got different menus to be looking at. That one was by itself.
There's a dwarf throwing a tantrum.
How is Domine not dead? I forgot about this. Didn't we fucking assign him to be convicted? Officer, none assigned. Do we not have a hammer? Tapioke, buddy. What is going on? How do I assign an officer then? Tapioke is, he's supposed to receive a beating in prison, but he's not. Is it because he won't assign Tapioke to do it unless there's a police officer? All right, so we can't beat him until we get a captain of the guard. We have the executioner, we don't have the actual officer to pronounce judgment. Someone in the military does the beating. Well, I mean, no, we have the hammer. The hammer will get the job to do the beating if there's nothing assigned, though admittedly sometimes the captain of the guard does it. It's really weird who does what. But either way, he's not doing it unless we have a captain of the guard. Build coffin. There. Get our coffin there. We will smooth over the entire room and build a statue. That one said Dark Ocelot, so we will build it. There's 3 punishments: a beating, imprisonment, and a hammering. 700 days in the hole, by the way. By the way. There's no prisoner hammer. The sentence gets reduced to a beating. We have a hammer. So how do we get the hammer to do the beating? I don't understand how those don't add together and say, you know what? We're beating you. Domine. 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 And interrogate. Domine. Just because I want to see how this works. Interview scheduled. I kind of want to see how that works. Okay, so what's a dungeon master? That is actually a new position, and I forget what it does. I think it's for training. I think dungeon masters are training animals, but I could be wrong. Maybe in one of the patches they fix how the hammer dwarves work then. Because usually the hammer dwarf can, the hammer dwarf will. But now it doesn't seem like he wants to. All right, let's request trades. I don't think we have any woodcrafts in like ever. Let's see if we can get the trader there. I'm trying to see if they'll build the things down here. Is the trader here? He is not. He's storing an item. Oh, Gopher's also our broker. God, Gopher's great at this. Oh, duh. What's a duh? That they might have fixed it? Dominic keeps having tension because you're selling his masterpieces. What? That's never been an issue before. No. If that's it, then I'm legit annoyed if that's what's going on here. I have never had that issue with selling shit before. Artifacts, yes. Masterpieces, no. But I have sold artifacts before and also not had this issue. Unable to pray to one god, frustrated being unable to acquire, lonely to being away from family, frustrated being unable to pray, frustrated lack of decent meals, frustrated being unable to pray, unable to pray. She just doesn't pray. I think the problem is I have her working all day. That might be it. She literally works all day and she doesn't get to pray. So we're now she prays all day and we're good. That's like always her thing. She's like, I couldn't figure out how to pray. All right, this will be made into a tomb for... Was this a tomb too? Dark Ocelot. Tome, which is the resting place of Dark Ocelot. Let's see if he gets brought here. By the way, to confirm the statue, this is a well-crafted obsidian statue of Dark Ocelot, Amuse crystals. The item is a rendition of the creative summit, an image of Dark Ocelot, the dwarf, and Rash, the deity of valor, death, and suicide, depicted as a rotting male dwarf. Rash is massacring Dark Ocelot. The image was commissioned by the Channels of Speaking, a local dwarven government. Worth 150 dwarf bucks. Weighs 159 pounds. It weighs less than $1 a pound. Holy shit. For some reason, no one else is interested in it. I don't know why. Kick-ass tomb. Complete. Own tomb away from plebs is about to be complete. Is the trader ready? Trader is ready. Obsidian figures away. 11,460. Do you have anything I like? Red panda. Flying squirrel. No. Emu. I will trade you for an emu. A jaguar. I will trade you for a jaguar. This is this wood? It says grown. Is that wood? No, it says cloth. All right, I don't know why it's cotton cloak, hemp dress, rope reed vest. We'll get some clothes out of them. Not the boots, none of the armor. I just want clothes. None of the shields. They're all garbage too. Hood. And I think we're done with what we want from them. Do we want food from them? Do they have food that I care for? They have bayberries. They have almonds. So no, they don't have anything I want. They do have more pants though. And maybe some splints and crutches. Save me time having to make them myself, I suppose. That's kind of all I want from you. So I am going to reduce your profit down to like 50%. You get a 1,500 profit. That's all I'm giving you. 1,200. Just because you annoy me. There you go. Go away. Cheap ass statue, but kick ass. What? Yeah, I wonder why it is so cheap. Did you remove the get a pet perk? What? Oh, you're talking about the one game. Rimworld. I did not remove the get a pet perk. All right, and then this one was for Coca-Cola 5. There you go, Coca-Cola. I like that the search function works for dead bodies too. Animals. Just want to make sure we're not killing those new animals. Emus, leaving them alive. Jaguars, keeping them alive. All right, I'm fine with this. I am fine with the choices we have made. I wish to create a special thing out here that is a pen pasture for an emu. Yeah, emu can go there. And then on the other side, I'll do another one that can go for a jaguar. If they want to run away, if they want to run towards things, what have you. One of them is a giant bird with a foot knife that's like over a foot long. The other one's a jaguar. Actually, is emu the large one? Yeah, no, I'll show you Lost the Great Emu War. So yeah, emus are the foot knife ones.
Ugh, more migrants.
Ugh, more migrants. We just keep getting two by two with hands of blue because someone keeps murdering everyone else. Why are we not burying them? Stalks, E. I didn't see your body in the thing. That's what's throwing me off. Or am I just looking at this wrong? I'm guessing you're... Okay, see, that one says it. Dark Ocelot is in his. His skeleton is already in his coffin. For some reason, we're not burying Coca-Colas yet, I guess. But I gave you your own tomb, so that is complete. A shrine to a random god that I can lock dwarves that makes me mad. That make me mad. Okay, I'll get back. Shittiest museum. All right, I nearly had that. They can leave. We already did this. I don't care. Shittiest museums. This was a temple to a church, and nobody is praying there. It's slightly annoying. So I'm actually going to purge the Violent Coven. It's just not working. Like, no one's praying there at all. Whereas if we do the actual just wrath, we'll probably get prayers. Rash. Hold on. Did that say 8 followers? I want to do the details. I bring up that it said that it's down to 8 because that implies citizens only, citizens only, citizens only, citizens only, citizens only. It implies that the number was like 15 before. It implies that 7 followers of Rash have died. Is Domine just slowly killing followers of Rash? Yeah, it said 8, but earlier, whatever the number was, it said like 15, didn't it? Like there's a massive drop in followers. The game is evil. Evil. All right, the well system's working fine. Near as I can tell, I'm pleased with this. Waterfall is working. We will have water during the down times. We have mist generation. That's working. Problem is, we still have a ton of stone. I need to like start working on getting rid of a bunch of this nonsense. Because they're still picking up stone from the map, and they've been doing this for a while. What if, because I don't need that many, what if I build 18 wheelbarrows? By 18, I mean 10. If I assign 10 wheelbarrows, only 10 dwarves can be doing it at once. But the idea is that I'm quantuming anyways, so I don't need to worry if it gets too filled with stones. That means 10 dwarves at any one time are wheelbarrowing. Mr. Mantium is risen. We don't have graves for everyone else. Shit. It didn't occur to me that we're actually filled up. Everyone's just rotting on the ground wherever they died. Let's build a bunch of coffins. Let's go. Petition available. A guild hall for the Inky Hall. Sure. I don't know what that means. If it's just a guild hall, I'll just duplicate what I did for the other people. Also, how do I see the petitions after I've done this? I need to be able to look back and see what/who I'm doing this for, and I don't know how to do it. It. Can you expand a stockpile? No. You can remove and place down a new stockpile that is bigger, but you cannot expand a currently built stockpile. Well, ish. Technically, a stockpile is that size or smaller. It cannot be by itself expanded, but you can build a second stockpile that feeds a first stockpile. So I could build a 2x7 stockpile and have that say give to that stockpile. So I could add in extra room to a stockpile with an overfill stockpile. That is a thing that could be done. Because what would happen is they would keep going to the main one. And when the main one's full, the overfill could be filled and would stay filled until they used from the regular stockpile. The Inky Pinky. I didn't even pay attention to that name. You're right. It was called something stupid, wasn't it? How's the booze doing? We're down to 1,000. Wasn't I trying to brew up something? Oh yeah, whip vines. I was gonna put brew drink from plants on repeat, see if I get whip vines out of this. ZXB. You know what's about bedrooms 5? I don't know bedroom 6. Sounds to me like it sorts itself out. Figure out what your bedroom is. I'm not paying attention. Because I want to go back to mining again, but God, do we have an issue. Hauling route, new route, wrong one. New route name of Jules. Jewel. As that is a stop, which pulls from that stockpile gems. The quantum gemeralds is assigned that vehicle. I'll get the gems brought up here as well. We've nearly got all the stone brought up, if nothing else. All like 3,000 of it. We have a lot of obsidian. Like we need to like be building things obsidian. Guys, like we need to build things obsidian. Obsidian's under stone, right? 2,000 question mark. I'm gonna lag a bit when I highlight it. Obsidian. 1,811 obsidian. Not counting what's just laying around and being moved. We have a lot of obsidian. We should probably start like making things out of it. Like a tower. If I could get one to be built. I suppose I could build one up as I go down. That would probably be a bit useful. I'm not sure what I wanted for my tower. Well, actually, if the idea was that this is to where the water could be built, the right side and the north are built up as much as they can be, but I can't build a wall out to them. This is the issue. Up north, it goes down. So I have to build a wall. I have to build a wall, build a construction wall already. Should have been doing this earlier. I have to build a wall already because that's as far out as I can go. I need to be securing what I'm doing with this wall. Now the wall needs to go over enough to secure the river. Do I need to secure the river? No. So here's what I'm going to do. Watch this. I'm going to elongate this. I could do the circle manually. I proved last time that I was able to eyeball a circle, but because I'm going to be editing, I'm just going to do this fast. Dig circle 21. Unlock 21. Aren't you working for me? Oh, because it wasn't dig circle Shan 21. Not 21, 21, 21. Here we go. All right. Big enough? Not big enough. No, we want bigger. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna say 25. 29. 31. I like that. It's just southeast of this goofy blue dwarf, and he moved. Of course he did. I like the size though. Stop. Go away. I didn't want all those circles. Not really going to be doing that. I'm just trying to see something. So we settled on 31. This is the tower in the middle, right? So we want at least 5 from the outer wall. This is the math I'm trying to do. Build construction wall. This is where that outer wall is. This is where that outer wall is. I'm not going to really be building this. I'm just using this for spacing. I'll just say obsidian. Build construction. Now this is 31, which means 16 to either, no, 15 to either side. So to just fit in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, if I want a gap of only 3, that's the middle I need. I don't like where that gap is. We want a bigger gap. I want more water trapped. I do a circle there, we have significant space. It's below the white rock by the ramp. Below the white rock by the red ramp. Go away. Below the white rock by the ramp. Yes, that will give me a significantly large amount of water that I can be dealing with. Now, here's the funsies. I don't want it as a circular tower. I want this to go down a little bit. We're gonna have a oblong tower. It's gonna have a round, a straight, and a round. It's gonna look like a gigantic pill. This is where I need the tower to be. Build construction wall. And the reason why I did all of that, why was I being crazy? Build construction wall. The reason why I was being crazy with that math is off the edge, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this being 1, right? I'm highlighting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, see, I would have done that wrong. Highlighting it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what I'm needing. But I need to make it out of obsidian blocks. And that is what I'm going to be trying to fill a bit. Or should that have even more? That's narrow but easy to build. I'm gonna do that one. I'm routinely doing like extremely big projects, and that screws me. That always screws me by the end because they're too big of a project. They're almost too dwarfy sometimes. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna let the dwarves channel that so I have my spacing. You know what I'm saying? And let them channel that and I'll work off of that later. Shrine. All right. Now, back in here, we have any other statues? Because I thought I built some other statue. What is this statue? Do we have an artifact statue? I don't remember what these other statues were. We'll let them get built. And I can't help but notice that our miners are constructing buildings. Why is my miner constructing a building? What building is being constructed? What is needing a stone? Oh, the statue. It's not a stone. Oh my God, why are my miners building my statues? That does not help anybody. Shrine to a random god that can lock dwarves in. Shrine to a random god. Might end up kidnapping one of these statues back. I don't know what, I need to figure out what the god of like randomness would be. That'd be like the perfect thing for a random god. That fills in, that fills in, that fills in. I did this wrong. This connects to that. That should have connected to that. This should have connected to this internal area. But for now, I suppose I can get by with 4 doors. And by 4, I mean 6. Obviously. Horrified. We'll stop being horrified. Justice. How has Dominate not been hammered? I'm just going to assign an officer to do something. Beating, but not any worse. I like how his time goes up, 841. What happened to that investigation? They probably need someone to do the investigation and or an office. All right. Since I don't recall anyone requesting to be captain of the guard, I'm just gonna make an NPC do it. So I need this system to work. 2 miners, an artist, the glass guy, or the mechanic. Do the mechanic for now. He requires probably an office. No office. All right, I need an office for the police dwarves. Clearly, the police dwarves should be by the hospital to arrest the newly released delinquents when they come out. Work with me, gang. Dig up. What is going on? Dig up. I'm on mine. Dig up. There we go. This is just for a 1, 2, 3, 4. And that one is in case I need another one for the other gentleman. Maybe that could be the prison cell for now. We'll figure that out. Sorry, I need to borrow this statue. You need a soldier for the beating. Need a manager to interview? That's what I'm saying. Who does the interview? Oh, I think Dictator Bob just got his punishment. Because remember, we falsely accused him earlier. What was Dictator Bob's punishment? He only had 1. He had 1 assigned to him. Jesus Christ. Why? Oh, now we do have the interrogation. You don't even need anything for the interrogation. First of all, what did you do to Dictator Bob? He had 1 and he got a full-blown beating. Dominate is dead. If that's what Dictator Bob gets, Dominate is dead. Resting injury. At least he's alive. I want to see what that alert says. What the fuck just happened? It's under reports. It's under reports, under alerts. Where's the report? I know I just saw it a second ago. Where the fuck did the report go? Report. Interrogation report. Here we go. Officer NPC reporting for duty. Met with oh wait, no. Hold on. feel like this would be like over police radio.
Officer NPC, reporting. Met with subject, attempted to build rapport in order to elicit information. Subject spurning the value of cooperation and refused to listen. In retrospect, interrogator may have completely misjudged the subject's character.
Good job. Arrest him. Arrest him for spurning your advances. The opossum is deceased. I don't even see him anymore, right? Domine. 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 How are there never witnesses? Domine. Domine. There we go. That's not even Domine. Where is he? I don't even see where I'm looking at. Oh, is that him in the lower left corner hauling stone? It is. No, we're gonna interrogate him until he admits that he is a horrible, horrible spy, hell-bent on slowly killing all of our dwarves. Did he get his beating? He just says rest now. Did he just get his beating? Was that it? Was that his fucking beating after all of this? What a weak-ass beating. Are you kidding me? After all of this, he basically got a slap on the wrist. Because he's walking. He's walking with a purpose. Where did Domine get? He got less punishment than the other dwarf did. He got cupped up the ear. He's missing a tooth. His elbow got smashed and his ear got smashed. That's it. That's what happened to him. The other dude who I accidentally accused of one thing got brutalized by comparison. Head, neck, elbow, hand, right hand, all got can't stand, grasp impaired, and unconscious. What the? This is some corruption at play here. This is some pay to play shit right here. Someone's palms got greased. Because now he's like, I'm going to take a vacation in the hospital. This game is goofy. Then you can try to catch and interrogate the visitor. If you won't go down, arrest him for arresting arrest. I can't believe that was all he got for punishment. He got nothing. Nothing. I need to remove these statues because they're blocking the walls being smooth. Also, not even statues of the right god anyways. What is here? Lung button. Is this an artifact? Oh yeah, I remember this. All right, so 9,000. Yeah, this temple is looking spiffy now. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm saying that this is a meeting hall. I'm removing that as a meeting hall. I am then making it a sculpture garden from this sculpture. And then assigning it the location, the famous chapel. Get what I'm saying? I think if I set it as a thing to come look at the statues, maybe it'll draw people in. It did. No, they're just removing the old statues. No one cares about, no one wants to admit that they believe that they pray to that god. You're right, he is in a murder hospital. But so is other people. This would be an excellent test of the murder hospital. Because he's in there with Dictator Bob. This is Domine. Yeah, he's in there with Dictator Bob. Hopefully Dictator Bob gets better before Domine does. Even though no, Domine's already out. Domine has no worries in life. His wounds were superficial at best. Dictator Bob's beaten though. Actually, most of Dictator Bob's been treated. He just has a few lacerations. He is straight murdered dwarves. He has a rap sheet. How the hell is Domine still walking around? I don't understand. Well, no one's in a murder hospital anymore. So that's good, I suppose. I'm only slightly, completely very annoyed. And now someone's down to yellow. Is it Dictator Bob? Is Dictator Bob like really annoyed that he's got the shit beat out of him? No, it's Gopher. Why is Gopher sad? Oh God, what? What is going on? Oh my God, we've got to get rid of these ghosts. They're destroying Gopher. You can't destroy Gopher. Gophers are Gopher. Gopher does good shit. Why do I have 2 Gophers? What the fuck is going on? Did one of these Gophers migrate in? Watch this. Did one of them migrate in as Gopher? No, they came together. How are there 2 Gophers? What the fuck is going on? There's a Gopher that does things and a Gopher that doesn't. The Gopher that does things. Look at this. She is horrified after being haunted by her own dead mother. That's why she's going spastic. Why are there 2? Why are there 2 Gophers and why is one being haunted by their own mother? What is going on? What is happening? Who's smelting the hematite ore? Go back to smelting. I don't care how cluttered you get. All right, we need to put those coffins we built down so that people can stop being haunted by their own mothers. Their own dead mothers. Someone put gloves at a burial? When these get installed, we should be able to get rid of the ghosts. World's shittiest museum. I keep trying to go back to the museum and I get interrupted halfway through my thought on this museum. Someone has requested the world's shittiest museum. I want to put it right there in the middle. Where's my mouse? There it is. I'm gonna put it right there. If I can. It'll be a 2 wide into a 5x5 room. Just so it's uneven. 2 into a 5. And then in the middle, we will have the display case with hopefully some beer in it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for stopping by, Dark Ocelot. Have a good evening. Have a good evening and a great weekend. Preferably one without Corona. Also, I heard the Corona beer in real life, they were shutting down their plants. I heard conflicting reports that it was either because Mexico was forcing them to shut down for health reasons or because they just weren't selling anything because everyone's like, oh, Corona beer causes the virus, right? God bless America. Some dwarf got really drunk and made a museum dedicated to shitty beer. Like how none of them want to put these back in there. Like at all. That's just not what we're doing today. I need 12 tables for surgery. Like the weird little USA. It's amazing. Who does those cute little animal emotes? I want to get them to do spiders for me. Where are the miners now? God, stop storing items. That's not your job. Flags, guns, salutes. Spooters aren't cute little fluffy ones though. But you guys were the ones that said, when I asked, I polled the viewers. I said, I need an idea for cute animals for Dwarf Fortress because I already have the 3 characters so far. I still don't think I brought up the one thing. But I already have the character designer did a dwarf, I had a character designer do an elf, and I had a character designer do a merchant. And you guys were the ones that said for the animal, it should be a cute spider. That's what you said. You now can't say spiders aren't cute. That being said though, an hour has passed. So for those of you who are watching after the fact later on YouTube, I'll catch you guys next time.